Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Flynn and I am the owner and maker of Flynn Sisters Boutique. And today I'm going to take you through this super cute Halloween design. We're going to have some glow in the dark elements to this one. So many beautiful colors. And of course, you know, I'm going to have all the products that you see in this video listed and linked down below in the description box. That's enough chit chat for me. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so as usual, I'm starting with a fully prepped and sanded cup. I already taped off the very bottom. I'm using a 24-ounce taper today from Craft Haven, so it has that nice crispy edge, so I don't have to worry about taping off the very bottom rim. I'm going to start with a flat white spray paint as a primer because I'm going to be using some brighter colors today. I want to get some good color payoff. I'm using all Color Shot spray paints. This is Center Stage, the pink is Farmer's Daughter, and then we went in with Orange Slice for the orange. I always say the secret to a good ombre is a really nice base paint, particularly when you're using kind of more translucent colors like we'll be using today for our glitter. I'm using short bursts of paint and real sweeping motions. You don't want to hold it down in any one area. That's how we get drips. If you got to make a few passes to get a good blend, you can do that. You'll also see me add black spray paint in this video, which if I had a time machine, I would have not done that. I had a different idea for what I was going to do for this cup when I started from when I actually got into making it. So that's why I had the black on there, but you could just totally skip that. Once I got done with my base paint, I let this dry for about 20 minutes or so before we moved on to the next step. We're going to create the sparkly moon, which will be the focal point of our design. I already cut a 4-inch circle with some glow-in-the-dark vinyl. This glow-in-the-dark vinyl is very thick, so I cut it on the heavy cardstock setting in Cricut Design Space with more pressure added. After I cut my circle, I sanded the vinyl lightly and wiped it down with some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. And now I am using this cute brush that I got from my girlfriend Myra, this baddie brush, to apply some Mod Podge all over that circle. Notice I didn't weed the circle yet. I'm not going to do that until after I apply the glitter. We want to get just a nice, even, thin coat of adhesive, and then I'm just going to let it rip with GLOWPAL. This is a glow-in-the-dark glitter from Maestra Creations. I will link it down below in the description box, along with a discount code. I thought it was really cool to have the glow-in-the-dark vinyl as the base for this glow-in-the-dark glitter because it just really made this glow super bright. After you apply your glitter, you just want to tap off the excess and then you want to weed that circle right away. You don't want the adhesive to dry before you weed your image. I also prefer to weed after glittering because I feel like you get a much crisper, cleaner result. I let that dry for about 20 or 30 minutes and now I'm ready to apply it directly to my tumbler. You want to have the silhouette that you'll be applying over this later handy so you know how far up from the bottom you should apply your moon shape. After I've got that on there nice and firm, I'm going to brush off any excess glitter with my dry brush here. And then I'm going to take this over to my spray booth to seal in the glitter with Rust-Oleum 2x clear gloss spray paint, focusing all the paint just on the sparkly circle. We don't want too heavy of a coat, just enough to cover, and we're good to go. I let that dry for about 20 minutes before we moved on to the next step. Now we're ready to apply the rest of our glitter. I've got about 10 milliliters of UV resin here, and I'm going to use a gloved hand to apply this to all the remaining surfaces of my tumbler, except for the very bottom, because I'm not going to finish the bottom of this cup. So all the painted surfaces are going to get a nice, thin, even layer of UV resin. I don't even think I used all of that 10 milliliters. I think I just maybe used like 5 to 7 milliliters. We want to come right up against that moon shape. So I'm using a silicone brush to help me really get a nice solid coat right up against that moon so that that glow-in-the-dark glitter almost looks inlaid to the glitter design we'll be putting around it. Now we're going to add our glitter. I'm starting around the bottom rim And 3-color ombres can be a little bit tricky, even for me, but that's okay. We are gonna tilt our cup upwards. Well, I guess we're gonna tilt our cup with the very bottom facing up at about a 45-degree angle. And I'm gonna aim my glitter right towards the corner of our tumbler there. So we're gonna aim at the bottom rim and just very lightly sprinkle. This is what I call the rough draft of my glitter. All right, I'm not trying to get full coverage in the first shot. I'm just laying out the roadmap of what will later be the actual design. Okay, if we start too heavy now, then we don't really stand a chance to blend. So we're just going very lightly, a little heavier around the very bottom rim, since we know that we definitely need full coverage there. But again, keeping it light until we can start to blend on the next color. Next, I'm going to go in with Dollhouse, and with my cup angled down, I am going to aim towards the center of my cup and let that glitter very gently cascade into the orange section. I'm sorry I get a little bit out of frame here, but again, we want to get really light coverage to start so that we can roadmap out the colors and establish the blend before we start to build up the coverage. After I tilt the cup down and get a good blend between the orange and the pink section, I tilt my cup up again and start to aim towards the center and let it cascade down into the purple section. Now we're going in with Vixen, and with my cup angled down, I'm just going to very gently tap my glitter shaker to allow that purple glitter to very gently cascade down into the pink section. Remember, I don't have full coverage yet, so I need to be very careful and gentle with my application so I don't accidentally apply too much in the wrong color section, because we're still working to establish that blend. At one point, I angle my cup really steeply to really try and further that blend down into the pink. Now that I've got my blend established, I'm going to let it rip throughout each of the color sections and build up my coverage. If you accidentally got some resin and glitter into this moon section, I just kind of dug it out with a craft knife, and now I'm going to let this turn under my UV light for about 6 minutes or so. You may have to reposition your light just to make sure that you get, solid light exposure to the entire cup. Once everything feels nice and dry and crunchy, I'm going to seal this whole cup with Rust-Oleum 2x clear gloss spray paint so that we can maintain that beautiful ombre and glitter doesn't end up in sections where it should not. I let that clear spray paint dry for about 20 minutes or so before we moved on to the next step. I'm ready to apply my first coat of epoxy, and for this coat, I want to be super careful that I don't move any glitter on accident where it shouldn't be. So I'm going to focus on spreading the epoxy over this moon section first, because that's our lightest section. And once I get that all covered, I'll move on to the remainder of my cup, just making sure that those edges are, smoothed out without dragging my finger from top to bottom and accidentally spreading glitter where it shouldn't be. Our glitter really shouldn't move because we did seal it earlier, but just in case. I let this coat dry for a couple hours before I was ready to move into my second coat. I am using a fast setting epoxy today, so your dry times may vary based on the brand and type of epoxy that you're using. But the goal here is to smooth this out. So you may need to do 2 to 3 coats of epoxy before we're ready to move on to sanding and decals. All right, I have 3 layers of epoxy on my tumbler now, and I'm ready to start sanding. I've got an 80 grit sanding block here, and I'm gonna do my normal sanding routine. I'm gonna go around the sides to knock down any pokey bits, and then I'm gonna sand around the very top and bottom rim. Now, this is a very sharp edge style tumbler. It's not a rounded rimmed kind of tumbler. So I'm going to seal the bottom of this in the same way that I seal the top rim. So we're going to sand down to expose a fine line of stainless steel. This fine line of stainless steel is where our final coats of epoxy will adhere to create the seal for our cup. So we're establishing that seal at the very bottom of that edge there rather than trying to round the corner, which is, if you've ever done that before, can be really challenging. And I also think that this gives a much cleaner look. We're gonna finish the top of our cup on the top rim in the same exact way. You guys have seen me do this so many times in my videos. We just sand down till smooth that top rim, exposing that fine line. After we're done with our sanding, I'm gonna clean this down with some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel, and now we're ready to apply our decals. I've already cut and weeded my vinyl. This is a super cute haunted house silhouette that I cut with my Cricut. I will link the file that I used down below in the description box. I cut this at approximately 6.5 inches in height using Oracal 651 vinyl. After I peeled off the backing paper while it was applied to the transfer tape, I cut out the center of the backing paper so I was able to easily position this over my moon and see really clearly where it was positioned on my cup. Then I applied the other sides using like the hinge method. Got everything smoothed out, no wrinkles, everything adhered really nicely, and now we're going to just remove the transfer tape and move on to the next decal. Because I'm working with a tapered cup, there was a little bit of a gap between the bottom of my cup and the bottom of the decal. So I just colored that in really quick with a black acrylic paint marker, and you couldn't even tell. It looked fantastic. For the other side of my tumbler, I'm applying this Spooky Babe decal. I will link the file for this down below. I think it is absolutely adorable. I've already cut and weeded my vinyl. I did a really pretty holographic opal vinyl layered over just the black. And I'm gonna apply this like I normally would using the hinge method. And after I got that applied, I added a cute little black witch that came with like some random like Halloween file set that I got for like 81 cents. It had some really garbage files in it, I think, but this one was cute. So but I just added this little witch and then a bunch of little bats in various sizes that I just applied by hand. After applying the cute little bats, I felt like it needed some more detail. So I grabbed my fine point Posca acrylic paint marker in white and just dotted little stars in the darkest section of the night sky. Now I'm ready to move on to my final coats of epoxy. This one took 2 final coats before it was completely done. And you guys be sure, if you are leaving your bottom unfinished like I am, after each coat of epoxy, you go through with a paper towel and a rubbing alcohol and remove any excess epoxy along the bottom of your cup, because we're not going to finish it. You could put a cute little glitter butt on the bottom like I will later on. I've showed you guys that in some other videos, so I'm not going to include it in this one. And I know you guys keep asking me to do a taped off bottom tutorial just dedicated to taping off your bottoms, and I will do that. I will get around to it. It's just, I know you guys love the tutorials with the design, so I have to just quit playing and get down to some more technical videos for you guys. I know. I'm just having so much fun making stuff. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every Saturday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. And a big thank you to all of our Flynn Sisters exclusive members. Thank you for your pledge. Your support means the world to our channel. If you
you love this video, you could check out our last video here. Also be sure to find us on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and of course subscribe for all our new videos that come out every Wednesday and Saturday. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.